It seems like every Thanksgiving, America is forced to digest but fumbles, bad coin tosses and bonehead blocked field goal recoveries, not to mention Lions games. But over the decades, plenty of players have achieved brilliance instead of infamy. Here are the 15 greatest NFL Thanksgiving game performances ever. Clint Longley, QB, Cowboys vs. Redskins, 1974. Even after 43 years, no Thanksgiving performance has packed more shock value. At the height of the Cowboys-Redskins rivalry, Washington knocked Roger Staubach out of the game with a third-quarter concussion, forcing Dallas to go to the rookie Longley, trailing 16-3. He threw 3 touchdown passes, including the 50-yarder to Drew Pearson with 28 seconds left that won it for the Cowboys, 24-23. O.J. Simpson, RB, Bills, vs. Lions, 1976. Simpson kept the national TV audience tuned in long after his Bills were out of it against the Lions. Detroit cruised to a 27-14 win, but O.J. rushed for a then single-game record 273 yards, breaking his own record of 250 set 3 years earlier during his 2,000-yard season. Walter Payton surpassed that a year later, but no one topped either of them until 2000. Randy Moss, WR, Vikings, vs. Cowboys, 1998. One of the all-time best revenge games, Moss got back at the Cowboys for passing him over in that year's draft. The rookie caught 3 passes, all touchdowns of 50-plus yards, including a flea flicker 2 minutes into the game and 1 bomb, while he was being interfered with. The Vikings won 46-36 and wound up one missed field goal away from the Super Bowl. Jason Garrett, QB, Cowboys, vs. Packers, 1994. The third stringer and future head coach replaced injured starter Troy Aikman and backup Rodney Peete, fell behind 17-3 in the first half, endured Brett Favre throwing 4 touchdown passes to Sterling Sharp. And won, 42-31. The Cowboys scored 36 second-half points, and Garrett was 15 for 26 for 311 yards and 2 touchdowns. Before that, he had thrown 24 career NFL passes. Emmitt Smith, RB, Cowboys, vs. Redskins, 2002. Smith, a Thanksgiving staple like Sanders for more than a decade, was coming to the end of his days in Dallas. The Cowboys would cut him at the end of the season. It was his last game against their rival. Chad Hutchinson was the quarterback and the opposing coach was Steve Spurrier in his first year. Smith rushed for 144 yards, only his second 100-yard game all season, tied for second in all-time 100-yard games behind Walter Payton, and the Cowboys won 27-20. Peyton Manning, QB, Colts, vs. Lions, 2004. This game all but assured he'd break Dan Marino's single-season touchdown pass record of 48. He finished the game with 41, with 5 games left, and ended up with 49. Manning did it in 3 quarters too, throwing his first 3 to Brandon Stockley and the last 3 to Marvin Harrison. It was as lopsided a Thanksgiving game as there's ever been, 41-9, and on the day Barry Sanders received his Hall of Fame ring. Tony Romo, QB, Cowboys vs. Buccaneers, 2006. The Cowboys knew they had something special in the undrafted Romo pretty quickly in his first half season as a starter. In only his 6th career start, Romo ripped Tampa Bay's defense in a 38-10 rout. Romo had the first of 2 5-TD games in his career, going 22 of 29 for 306 yards. Two went to the late Terry Glenn, 2 to Marion Barber, 3 and the last one, of course, to Terrell Owens. Barry Sanders, RB, Lions vs. Bears, 1997. The annual Thanksgiving appetizer for a decade, Sanders' best show was this one, 167 yards and 3 touchdowns, including a 40-yarder, and humiliation of Bears defenders on virtually every carry. The Lions won 55-20, Sanders moved into second on the all-time rushing list and retired after the next season, still no. Matthew Stafford, QB, and Calvin Johnson, WR, Lions vs. Eagles, 2015. This would mark the last time Staff and Megatron would celebrate Thanksgiving in Ford Field together, and they ended with a bang in Detroit's 45-14 rout of Philadelphia. Stafford ripped the Eagles for 337 yards and 5 TDs, with Johnson accounting for 93 receiving yards and 3 of those TDs. With it, Johnson set the record for most receiving TDs, 10, in Thanksgiving history. Bob Grease, QB Dolphins vs. Cardinals, 1977. How can a 6-touchdown day on Thanksgiving be so forgotten over time? It was a rare holiday game in Street. Lewis, back when there was a move to stop Dallas from monopolizing the day. Grease threw all 6 3/4 on just 23 attempts, and the Dolphins blew the Cards out, 55-14. Dallas has hosted a Thanksgiving game every year since, only Manning has thrown 4 as many touchdowns on the day. Roger Brown, to Lions vs. Packers, 1962. Not so much the historically overlooked Brown, but the entire line, the fearsome foursome before the Rams bogarted the nickname. Brown, Alex Karras, Sam Williams and Darius McCord led a Lions defense that sacked Bart Starr 11 times, including once for a safety, as Detroit whipped Vince Lombardi's 10-0 defending champion Packers, 26-14. Brown was in on 7 of the sacks. Robert Griffin III QB, Redskins vs. Cowboys, 2012. Just 2 weeks before this game, Mike Shanahan had all but called Washington's season over at 3-6. The rookie Griffin was making a virtual homecoming while trying to keep hope alive. It sprang to life unexpectedly. Griffin threw 3 of his 4 touchdown passes in a 28-0 stampede in the second quarter and helped hold off a furious Cowboys comeback. Washington won 38-31, the second win in the season-ending 7-game streak that got them the NFC East title. Tom Brady, QB Patriots, vs. Lions, 2010. You knew Brady would make this list. He turned Detroit's defense into hopeless turkeys in a matchup of 2 teams going in completely different directions. In New England's 45-24 victory, Brady posted a perfect 158.3 passer rating by completing 21 of 27 pass attempts for 341 yards and 4 TDs, a pair each to Wes Welker and Dean Branch. Antonio Brown, WR, Steelers, vs. Colts, 2016. Brown was the latest entry here with his explosion in Pittsburgh's 28-7 romp in Indianapolis on Thanksgiving night. The Colts had no answers for him in scoring position, as his 5 catches for 91 yards included touchdowns of 25, 33 and 22 yards.